When I first started getting help for my mental health, the focus was very problem based. I had to expose myself to my fears over and over again. When leaving the sessions with my therapist, I would usually feel horrible and terrified of the exercises I was supposed to go and do. What I found so helpful is focusing on values instead, so taking a values based approach. That doesn't mean we're not gonna tackle difficult challenges. We still do, but we do it to live the life we want to live. This is not about saying, okay, if you face your fears, if you do all these terrifying exercises, then afterwards you can live the life you want to live. That's not the way to approach this. It's about showing what's possible right now. We're not gonna wait to do the things we want to be doing. We're gonna work on doing them right now. In this way, we can experience ourselves why cutting out compulsions is so valuable. We don't have to wait to experience that. When we're really struggling with our mental health, I don't expect you to set up a whole business or do something huge, but we still center the work around values and we identify which direction you want to move towards, and we start going in that direction. We start taking steps, and these might be very small things. We might start by just learning how to get out of the house and go for a walk, for example. So it doesn't have to be this big huge value thing, but we do work on values right away, and we start building. We identify which direction we want to move towards. We start taking steps in that direction. So take this YouTube channel, for example. Because I've learned the skills around values, I'm able to now set up something like this and connect with all of you. And I think even before I was really struggling with mental health, I wouldn't have been able to do something like this, or I wouldn't have dared to do something like this. So actually struggling with my mental health and working on values has actually enriched my life and opened up possibilities for me that I didn't see as possibilities before. And also big thanks to everyone reaching out through the YouTube channel or through Instagram. I appreciate that a lot. So another huge component of focusing on values is that the work can go on forever. And I wouldn't even really call it work because it's just very enjoyable. If we base the work around fixing problems, we'll always be searching for a new problem to fix. But if we base it around values, we'll gladly continue the work forever. When we've cut out most of our compulsions, we can start to leave the mental illness diagnosis behind and keep building the life we want to live. When people go to a personal trainer to work on their physical health and they tell others, it's often met with great enthusiasm, and rightly so. People will probably say, oh, it's great that you're investing in your physical health. That's awesome. However, when we're working on our mental health, we're often too ashamed to even tell others that we're seeing a therapist or that we're working on our mental health. And it's partly because in the mental health care system, you have to be labeled as having a disorder before you can get help. It's entirely focused on a problem, so we feel like a problem and we're then ashamed of that. I believe we should approach mental health in the same way we approach physical health. So I'm a fitness instructor, and when there's new people coming into the gym, I'll always ask them, what do they want to work on? What do they want to build? Do they want to get stronger, build more endurance, or maybe learn how to stick to a gym routine? I do not label them as having a weakness disorder before we can start building strength. I would see that as very demoralizing. So let's also make mental health work about the skills we want to build. We can build psychological flexibility in the same way we can build physical flexibility. We can learn how to put our time and energy into our values. So let's focus on where we want to go and let's share that with each other. We don't have to keep working on our mental health a secret.